Cold, sick, flu, shitty. Flu's worse. Flu's much worse than the cold. Anyway, the truth is that when you're sick, all you really want to do is rug up, watch reruns of Curb Your Enthusiasm and Family Guy, drink hot tea, and do zero movement. But the truth is, ew. Excuse me. Your immune system needs and your lymphatic system needs movement in order to properly function. Yoga is the answer. The reason that yoga is so beneficial is because it is a gentle form of movement, but it also contains postures that get you upside down. Now, what is the benefit of that? Your muscles do a couple of things. They obviously get you from A to B. They help us to move. They also help us to look good as well. The other thing that is really important about the muscles, by contracting, they help push lymphatic fluid through the body against gravity. Like everything, big disclaimer here, please just make sure that you're always paying attention to your body. Keep some fluid nearby so that you can keep hydrating, and also some tissues because it might get a little bit snotty up in here. Let's go. All right, let's get into it. Come to lie down on your back. I gotta kind of navigate around my mic pack here a little. Bear with me. And what you're gonna do is bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees rest out wide. Now, if you're feeling a little bit kind of gunky in the joints, which is what I'm feeling, that's not official terminology, by the way, just grab hold of the legs and start to move them around in circles here. So you're just sort of like loosening up the joint a little and just promoting a little bit more synovial fluid through the joint, just to make it feel a little bit more comfortable to be in this position. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is take hold of either elbow, take the arms up above the head, close your eyes and just start to breathe. Now, if you're having trouble breathing, I totally understand, because I'm right there with you. If possible, what's ideal is working through an ujjayi breath. If you can, try to make that slight restriction at the back of the throat. And we want to start to slow down the breath so that your inhale is about 3 seconds in and your exhale is about 6 seconds out. So see if you can start to do that now for me. And the benefit of breathing slowly in this way is that we're going to really start to calm the nervous system down. So we're going to start to stimulate through this slower breathing what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. And that nervous system is in charge of your rest, digestion, repair, recovery. So as best as possible, if you can aim to slow down that breath, allow your body and mind to relax, you're going to be doing amazing things for your rate of recovery. Let's take one more deep breath in. Hold it in when you get to the top. So just keep holding it. And then this time open the mouth, exhale. I know it sounds scary. Let's do it again. Breathe in. Hold it. I want you to pay attention to the difference between the feeling of the inhalation and then let's go. Exhale. Breathe out, keep breathing out, breathing out, breathing out, breathing out. And the feeling of that exhalation. Alrighty. So we want to pay attention to that dynamic, the energy on the inhalation and the softness on the exhalation. And we're going to emphasize the exhales, guys, here because we are feeling a little under the weather. We want to really be getting that carbon dioxide out. Your respiratory system, your ability to breathe, is where you get a lot of your toxins out, right? Carbon dioxide is toxic to the body. So come to interlace the fingers, arms reach up. Take the hands down to the thighs and bring the knees in together. Hug the knees in towards the chest, take it nice and slow, and just start to rock from side to side. I can't rock properly from side to the left because I've got this mic pack on. So let's just keep hold of the left leg, let the right leg extend all the way down to the floor. Hug the knee in towards your armpit. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. This pose here is called Pavan Muktasana, and I think I've told you guys before, it means in Sanskrit, wind removing pose. So yes, is going to help with flatulence. What it's doing is massaging your ascending colon. Actually, on this side, we're working the descending colon here. And why that's really beneficial when you're sick is that, and there's a sort of, I don't know, big variance in this statistic, but there's between 60 to 80% of your immune system that lives in your digestive system, in your gut. So anything that you can do to, again, support digestion or make it easier for your body to digest, takes the pressure off, I guess, the body's to-do list, right? Because right now it's trying to fight a virus. By the way, we're coming into a twist. Take the leg across the body, extend. So that's why it's important to have things like soups and lots of fluid, because what you're trying to do with the soups is make it easier on your body to digest food and absorb nutrient. Because at this time, if you're eating foods that are really hard to digest, by the way, you should be taking deep breaths in and out. I know I'm going on a bit of a flu rant here, but it's important to acknowledge this stuff when you're sick. Trying to sprinkle in some little knowledge bombs. Bring it back to center, hug the knee into the chest. Let's go the other side. I'll get back into the yoga mode. All right, hug the knee into the chest, squeeze it in. Take it out to the side slightly. So we're massaging that ascending colon here. Relax the shoulders, tuck the chin in. Did you just hear me swallow my phlegm? Gross. Take the leg across the body, down to the floor. Ideally, I'd be trying to get rid of it. Extend your right arm back behind you and just melt into this one. If you're a regular yogi, just remember that when you're sick, you might be a little bit tighter. You might have a few more different aches and pains. So just take it really easy. There's no need to force anything while you're sick. Come back to center, bring that knee back into the chest, and then release it down to the floor. We're gonna interlace the fingers and extend our arms up above our head, point the toes, and then as you exhale, hug the knees in towards the chest. You're gonna roll onto one side, use your hands to push yourself up to a seated position, and then we're just gonna come all the way through. Come into a nice wide child's pose. So feet together, knees out nice and wide, push the hips to the heels, and extend your arms forward, drop the head down towards the floor, relax the shoulders here. Okay, so just stay in your child's pose and start to breathe deeply here. Again, trying to encourage that flow of oxygen, but remembering that if you're not breathing out fully, your body can never fully breathe in, yeah? So we need to empty the lungs, empty the body completely before we're gonna be able to properly take it in. So this position here, where our diaphragm is in an ideal position, yeah, it's kind of compressed for that exhalation. When you breathe in, you're gonna find a little bit of restriction in that breath in. And that's good because we're actually trying to stretch out that restriction, particularly through the back of the ribs. So as you take a breath in here, feel the back of the ribs expand, feel that stretch, feel that opening, and then as you exhale, sort of melt into it a little bit further. Relax the shoulders, relax the forehead. By the way, if you're having a lot of trouble breathing through the nose, feel free to take this breath in through the mouth. You're just gonna have to rehydrate a whole lot more because it's obviously gonna dry you out, yeah, which is common. So breathe in, and then full breath out. Breathe in. Full breath out. Okay, inhale, come forward into an all fours position, onto the hands and knees. Adjust your knees so they're hip distance, hands are shoulder distance. Let's go ahead and drop the belly down, lift up through the head and the hips, the shoulders open and pull back. As you exhale, belly to the spine, push the floor away, head down. Really round through the spine here, guys, like really tuck in. Again, inhale, open up. And then exhale, belly to the spine, push the floor away, head down. Inhale, open it up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, come back to a neutral spine. We're gonna tuck the toes and press back into downward facing dog, but keep your knees bent here for me. Yeah, so just take it easy. Press the chest back towards the thighs, but keep the rib cage pulling in. So we wanna open up the shoulders. Now from here, straighten the right leg, push the right heel towards the floor. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. And then just keep walking this out. So sort of again, just massaging, shake out the head, yes and no. Now I am gonna move into a little bit of flow. Yeah, but the purpose of that, like I said, is that we need to get that lymphatic kind of movement. So just starting to pump it out a little bit. The flow is going to be really simple, really easy, nothing too intense. The key priority here for your vinyasa flow is that you're moving in sync with the breath. We'll keep it nice and gentle. So from here, let's pull forward into a push-up position, and then go ahead straight away, drop the knees down. Okay, so we keep it nice and light. Even if you're super advanced, there's no point on stressing out the body too much. So knees down, tuck the tailbone, shoulders away from the ears. From here, we're gonna lower down, elbows shave the sides of the body, let your body come all the way to the floor. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest off, a little mini cobra here, and then exhale, bend your knees, press back, stretch out, tuck the toes as you do, so you're really stretching back, and then lift the knees off the floor. So this is going to become a really fluid movement for us. If you're flexible enough in the hamstrings to straighten those legs, go ahead. So we're going to go inhale, round forward, exhale, drop the knees, arch the back, drop the chest and the chin, slide forward into a little baby cobra here, squeezing the shoulders back, press back as you exhale, tuck the toes, bend the knees, and lift. So I want to turn that into quite a flow, like a really fluid movement here. So we're going to go again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, cobra, exhale. Through child's pose, like a mini child's pose, down dog. 1 more time, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Press back, find your down dog. Bend the knees, look forward, and walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Come and hang out in ragdoll. So soften at the knees a lot here, take hold of either elbow, and shake out your head yes and no. Good. Get nice and heavy. We want to encourage that flow back up to the heart using gravity to make it easier on the body. Shake out your head. Really soften here. This is an underrated posture in yoga, I think. Everyone's always wanting to do the splits or the handstands or the warrior postures, but this ragdoll position is really, really good for your body. It decompresses the spine, helps the circulation, both blood and obviously lymphatic fluids as well. That's why we're here. Release the hands down. Hands onto the shins, straighten the arms. Inhale, halfway lift here. Exhale, grab the back of the legs, hug in and stretch. So we're finding a flow again. So inhale, halfway. Exhale, hug in and stretch. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hug in. Inhale. Exhale. Please finish your exhalation all the way out. Release the fingertips back to the floor, toe heel the feet back together, and just unroll slowly up to standing. Stack each vertebra one at a time. And as your head lifts, go ahead, reach the arms up, bring the palms together, lengthen. Exhale, hands come back to the heart, relax the shoulders. Okay, perfect. How are we feeling? Do you need to blow your nose? What I would like you to do is just take a moment. Sometimes when you're feeling sick, it's like you're a bit like hazy. So I just want you to just take a moment. There's no hurry here, okay? Hopefully you're at home, you've taken the day off work anyway, or you're just trying to rest. So there's really no hurry. We don't need to race through this yoga practice. I want you to just really pay attention to how your body and mind is feeling right now, and make a decision as to whether you feel like you can continue with the practice. So if that was enough for you right now and you're already feeling like exhausted, stop, come back to it another time. Press pause, come back when you feel ready. Hands back to the heart. We ready? Relax the shoulders, belly in, squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone, find that nice alignment of the spine. Inhale, arms reach up. And then from here, exhale, we're gonna reach over to the side slightly. So from the front, that looks like this, taking a little stretch to the side. Come back, inhale, exhale, take it to the other side. Oh, my back digging into my back, great. Take it over to the side. Bring it back to center. Let's take it over, other side one more time. And really start to shift your weight so you get this full, delicious side stretch through the body. Come back to center, take it over to the other side. Good, come back to center. From here, interlace the fingers behind the back, hug the shoulder blades in together, take your feet hip distance, lift up through the chest, inhale, and then exhale, drop the body down, release. Let your hands just sort of be weighty towards the floor here. Breathe out. If I've got any guys or girls with super tight shoulders, it's more common for guys to be sort of stuck back here. Just take it slow, bend your knees a lot so that you can sort of melt into it. But this one, unfortunately, we have to, if you're not able to sort of relax into it, it can get really uncomfortable to do this one, and there are other ways that we can work on mobilizing the shoulders. Release the arms down towards the floor, let them hang. So I'd like to take you through a bit of a sun salutation, a nice light one. Hands to the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, grab the back of the legs, hug in and stretch. Come up to standing, unroll, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway. Hold the breath here, plant the palms, step back into a push-up position. Exhale, drop the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, bend the knees, tuck the toes. Child's pose first, lift. We're gonna do that again, inhale, forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, bend, tuck, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Check out your head, yes and no. Finish the breath completely here, guys. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk the feet up to the hands. Maybe hop them if they're not quite getting there. Hands to the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, grab the back of the legs, hug in and stretch, let the knees bend. Come up to standing, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands back to the heart, relax the shoulders. Check in, relax the shoulders. Do you need more water? Do you need to blow your nose? Alrighty, let's go again. Release the arms. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale. Inhale. Plant the palms, step back to push up. Step, hold, core tight, lower down. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, press back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Come forward again, inhale, rounding through the spine. Exhale, drop the knees, the chest and the chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog through child's pose. So a bit of a stretch here, and then lift up. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Okay, bend your knees, look forward, step, or maybe little hops up towards the hands. Halfway lift here, inhale. Exhale, grab the back of the legs, hug in and stretch. Shake out your head, yes and no. Let's take it all the way up to standing, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Relax the shoulders, belly pulls in. Release the arms down. One more time for me. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, halfway. Good. Just hold the breath here. Plant the left palm down. Step the left leg back into a lunge. Keep that left palm down onto the floor. Just creep your right foot that little bit further forward. So in a nice long lunge here. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling, inhale. As you exhale, bend your elbow. Try to bring the elbow down towards the floor, or maybe just to the ankle or the shin, as far as you feel. And then keep the hand at the back of the head, take it back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Good. Take that hand back down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Just walk out through the back of the legs. Shake out your head, yes and no. Bend your knees, look forward. Walk the feet up to the hands. Halfway lift here. Inhale. Exhale. Hug in. Finish that breath completely, guys. Don't rush the exhalation. Come all the way up to standing. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take it down. Inhale, hands to shins. Halfway lift. Hold the breath, plant the right palm down, right leg goes back. Yeah, from here, just creep that foot a little bit further forward so you find that nice long lunge stance. And then we're going, left arm goes up towards the ceiling, inhale. It finds the back of the head, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, and then release, exhale. Step it back, downward dog. Walk out through the heels, open up through the back of the legs, check out your head, yes and no. Firm here, bend your knees, press the hips to the heels, stretch yourself back into child's pose, release your arms forward and soften down, relaxing through the back of the neck. So just stay down here and breathe. Check in with your body right now and focus on what feels like it needs to release the most. So is it your shoulders, your hips? And then use your mind to send your awareness to those areas. As you take a breath in, let yourself be aware of that part of your body. And then as you exhale, consciously choose to relax it. So while you're here in child's pose, you're taking that big breath in, become aware of your hips, if they're tight, or your inner thighs. And then consciously, as you exhale, relax that area. So let's take one more deep breath in. Release a full breath out. Okay. So inhale, pull forward into an all fours position. And then from here, we're just gonna move onto our butt. We don't need any major elegant transitions. There's no hop throughs, no ashtanga kind of jumpy transitions here, not while we're sick. So fingers point forward, feet flat. Let's just drop the legs to one side and then to the other. Just trying to create a little bit more lubrication through the hip joint. Try to keep your sit bones on the floor and just notice how much internal rotation you have. An internal rotation being when your leg goes to the inside. So for me, I've got a little bit more internal rotation on my left, less on my right, but my right external rotation is really good. My left internal rotation is really good. So it's important to be aware of the imbalances that we have in our body so that we can obviously work to either eradicate them or just acknowledge that they're there and then maybe modify postures or practices accordingly. Okay, so from here, we're gonna drop it all the way and we're gonna come straight into our 90-90 stretch, which I've done with you guys plenty of times before, but I'll just show you what it is. So we're gonna go 90 degrees with the right leg, 90 degrees with the left. Yeah, and we're just gonna take our body forward, melt over that right leg, drop the body down. Drop the head in and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, lean it forward as far forward as you feel you can, and then exhale. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, drop it forward and down. So you'll notice I've got this sort of wave-like motion, so I round up. And then I extend and lean forward as far forward as possible. Exhale. Come up. Exhale. And just hold that exhale position. You can bring your forearms to the floor if you have the flexibility to do so. Try to keep yourself in this sort of squared off position. Naturally, you might want to roll over to one side. The body's always going to try and take the slightly easier variation. So I want you to try and stay as centered as you possibly can. You can use your hands for that. And don't worry if you're kind of back up here. Just wherever you feel the stretch, hold it there, yeah? Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Release a full breath out. Okay, come back up. Take the hands behind you. We'll go the other way, okay? So just flip the legs. There we are, easy. So 90, 90. Hands come forward, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Ooh, tighter on this side, inhale. And exhale. So remember that exhalation is going to be key. Inhale. Exhale. It also helps to facilitate a relief in the muscle tissue as well, in the fascia. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lean it forward, drop it down. Inhale. We're going to hold on this one. Exhale. Hold and release. You're going to come back up. Release. Last part of our practice is probably the most important part. And I'm going to do it in a really hazardous place next to the fire. I don't recommend that you do it there. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag your mat. I'll show you what to do now and then I'll move the camera in a sec. You're going to drag your mat up against the wall. And it's going to be in a position where that short end is right up against a nice flat part. Now, if you don't feel like you have a wall that you can do that with, you can also do it against the back of a couch. That also works. You just need to be able to extend your legs fully up towards the ceiling. Okay, I know this is a tad strange, but bear with me because it's gonna feel amazing and it's really, really good for that venous return, getting blood back to the heart and that lymphatic flow. Okay, we're gonna move onto your side here and you're gonna get your body flush up against this, the wall, yeah, or the couch. And then you're gonna come and lie on your side. Now, when you get onto your side, you need to get your butt really close up against the wall. And then from there, you just roll straight onto your back. Now, I'm gonna move my mic pack here because this is where we're gonna finish. So, legs are up against the wall. Now, if you're super tight in the hamstrings, you're gonna feel like, whew, can't straighten my legs. Or if you do try and straighten your legs, you'll find that your hips come off the floor. So one of the key things that I need is that your hips are down. Now, if you need to bend your knees for that to happen, bend them, okay? Now from here, we're just gonna let our legs extend. This posture is called, guess what it's called? Legs up the wall. Super creative, okay? But what this is doing is allowing that venous return, yeah, that blood flow back to the heart. If you spend a lot of time in chairs, yeah, particularly when you're sick, it's just not ideal. And a lot of us will, you know, we're kind of workaholics and we'll think, yeah, well, I'm just sat at my desk all day. I can go sit down and it's not going to make a huge difference. But the truth is that you really need to support your body a little bit more. If you are sick and you are working at a desk all day, go sneak off into a meeting room and do this pose. Make sure you lock the door because if someone comes in and you're in your pencil skirt or your suit pants or you've had to take your pants off to do it, it ain't gonna be pretty. If they walk in on you doing this, they're gonna think you're slightly weird. So lock the door of the meeting room before you do this, but do it nonetheless because we need that fluid drain back to the heart. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now and we're gonna get on with the yoga practice. So what I would like you to do is take your arms by your side, make sure your butt is quite close to the wall, and just start to breathe here. Relaxing the shoulders, tucking the chin in. Deep inhalations, full exhalations, again, to stimulate that parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, from here, we're actually gonna take it into a hip opening stretch. So you're gonna cross the left ankle just underneath the right knee. Just pull it a little further if you need help, yeah? Bend that right leg so that the foot is flush up against the wall. Now, what might happen if you're super tight in the hips is that your hips will come off the floor, okay? And we don't want that. So just straighten the leg out a little bit more. For some of you, you're gonna feel a stretch already in this position, okay? And that's okay, just keep it like that. If you feel like you could go a little bit further, let that knee bend, yeah? And then just use your left hand to gently push the left leg away a little bit. You should feel a stretch through the left hip, yeah? Okay, so holding it here, take a deep breath in. Full breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let those legs extend back up towards the ceiling and just take a moment to pause here. Notice the sensation. And we'll go the other side. So cross, yeah, maybe stay here. If you feel like you can go further, bend that leg, but don't let your hip come off the floor, okay? So the hip must stay down while the knee's bent, and then use your hand to just gently push that knee out to the side a little bit more. Okay, take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, the jaw, and try and let your hips sink down towards the floor that little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, release that leg back up towards the ceiling and let your legs pause for a moment, continuously supporting that Venus return. Another posture that you can do, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees rest out wide, use your hands to push your knees out a little bit, just opening into the groin, nice flat back, relaxing the shoulders. Don't go too crazy here. We're not trying to, stress out the body with a hardcore stretch here. We're just trying to ease ourselves into it. So just because you see me push myself into this kind of position, this is super easy for me at this level. If I was to push further, I would go into a sort of more stressed state. And that stress response is going to do the opposite of healing us, yeah? So make sure that you're sort of in a reasonably relaxed, stretched position, okay? And then bring the legs back together, place the feet flat on the wall, and just creep them down a little bit so they're as close to your hips as possible. And this again is a nice, safe squatting position. What I like about this is that it keeps your back flat. Really good for those of you that lift weights, like to squat heavy. This is going to help your mobility because obviously your spine is in a straight position. You're in the ideal squatting position right now, okay? Bring the legs back together, squeeze the legs in towards the chest. Okay, to get out, we're gonna roll into our side. I'm gonna roll towards the fire. Ooh, daredevil. And then I'm gonna push myself up, back up to a seated position. Alrighty, scoot your butt so that you can sit against the wall, and we'll just finish with a few breaths here. Okay, so nicely supported by the wall here. Don't worry, we're gonna do loads of meditation, okay? So resting your hands down on your knees or palms up. Close the eyes, relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Breathe in through the mouth if you need to. Hold it. And then open the mouth, exhale. Really breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Try and get it all out. So we're gonna do 2 more like that, but we're gonna inhale for 3 seconds and we're gonna exhale for 6. So together, inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold it. Exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, keep breathing out, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold it. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, crack the eyes open, palms together. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the practice with me today. I really hope you feel better soon. Please make sure you get a lot of fluids in. Doing a yoga practice like that is kind of like getting a massage. Maybe not quite as good, depending on the masseuse. But either way, we want to try and flush what we've just released, yeah? So loads and loads of fluid. Honestly, the best way to heal a cold is really just rest, fluids, easily digestible foods, and a little bit of light movement. So hopefully that helps you. Bye.